Hey, good morning everybody. Back here in the garage on the Belvedere. I got a couple days of downtime. I'm going to have cataract surgery tomorrow, so I'll probably be a couple days not doing anything. So I thought today, well, I got it over here on the side where I can drop oil and do stuff, get the oil change done. And I ordered a ABS2 650 CFM Edelbrock. I ordered a remanufactured one from Summit, and that's on its way, and thumbs up to Summit. I kind of got tired of lack of communication on Marketplace with guys who use carbs. Okay, well, screw you, I'll just buy one from Summit then. And header gaskets, so we can move forward with that maybe by this weekend. The weather's going to start deteriorating and getting colder, so there'll be less and less chance to take this outside and run it down the road and road test it. So I want to get that done first, and got an oil filter issue that I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, I'm pretty lucky. The oil filter spins out. Did not have to destroy it to get it to move, but you can see there it's right up against the inlet side of the radiator. I think this thing's a little too long. It's going to be hopefully I can spin it enough threads, you know, and get it off. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to cut the oil filter and see what kind of metal we got in that, so I know whether or not this 383 is going to live or die. So let's get with it. Okay, so a couple things. I've got a replacement gasket for this drain plug. The one that was on there was a kind of a light blue, real thin. It had ribs and a little tab sticking on the side, and it looked to me like it was just prone to leaking, and it was old and it was hard. So this is the correct filter for the 383. As you can see, it's quite a bit shorter than the one I removed. I don't think there's anything wrong with this filter. It was an AMSOIL, but I don't think it was probably something somebody just had on hand and they screwed in there. But it kind of kinked the lower radiator hose, so hopefully it'll be a lot easier to install. So I think we're going to get rid of that issue too. Okay, so let's take a look at this oil out here in the bright sunshine. I don't know if anything even shows up on this with this camera. Maybe I'll get around to this way. Anyways, I'm not seeing, like, doesn't look like metal flake paint. I'm not seeing anything too terrible bad so far. I'm not seeing anything other than dust that fell off the car from inside the pan. Anyways, so far so good. I'll cut the oil filter open next. Okay, if you don't have one of these, this makes cutting the oil filter open pretty easy, just like a can opener. So it's off, lid's off, we can pull the paper filter out, and I'm going to do that over the catch can that I have for the oil, so I don't get it all over my garage. Okay. If you have never seen the inside of a filter, there's what it looks like, and then we just spread everything out, start looking in there to see if we can see anything, any chunks. This filter is looking pretty decent. Looks like we got a fairly happy rotating assembly in this engine. I'm good. And now a word about oil. This is what I prefer to use in these older engines. It has a zinc in it, and that will help the camshaft wear and lifter wear. Also gets on the, eventually gets itself on the valve seats and helps cushion those seats. And we don't know anything about the inside of this engine and how long ago it was rebuilt. But we suspect that we have a pretty good rotating assembly and upper end. So I'm going to protect that using this. Here's a hint. I buy this at Rural King. The price is 30% less than at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or Napa. So if you don't have a Rural King in your area, sucks to be you, but saves a lot of money. Now, Another oil that I would consider using if I couldn't get my hands on this is just good old Rotella. Shell it's a good product. It's designed for looser clearance engines, and I would not have a problem with using a Rotella in any of these older engines. So, and that gets to, hey Dave, why wouldn't you use a synthetic? Well, I can tell you the reason is older engines have a lot looser clearances. They don't have the surface finish on the machining that the newer engines do. So, if you know about synthetic oils, the advantage of synthetic oil is the molecules are small and they're very consistent size. Whereas dinosaur motor oil, it is various size molecules. So that means that bigger molecules won't leak through your gaskets, but the smaller ones will. So if you go and dump synthetic oil into an old engine like this 383, chances are you're going to start seeing oil oozing out of everything. So that's why I stick with conventional motor oil on these older engines. Now, new engines, you know, say from, I don't know, probably in the 1990s on up, probably synthetic oil is just fine. They're gasketed for it, and the machining clearances and the surface finishes are a lot better on those engines because CNC machining. So that's my take on it. All right, let's stick some oil back in this thing. The drain plug's back in, the filter's back on. If you have a funnel, use a funnel. I'll just take my time and let them drain and get into the pan so I can check the level. It takes a couple minutes for that oil to get down there. Hey, gotta like what I saw on that oil pressure gauge. That came right up. No bouncing, no issues. The filter, opening that up, we did not see any metal particles or anything in there. There's nothing in there that's alarming. So looks good. Then we know where we're at with the oil, and pressure goes a little bit higher because it's 20W50 plus it's brand new oil. So after it's in and circulated for a while, that'll come down a little bit. So good news there. I like it. New carbs on the way tomorrow. Cataract surgery. So over the weekend, maybe I'll get that carb changed out and see if we can't get that idle calm down. And the cruise mode is the problem with the other carburetor. I think it was just too big for that engine. Anyways, that being said, Hurricane Milton, let's give a little prop to the victims of that's going on right now as I speak. And I have relatives that have property down there, and it was smashed by a hurricane 2 years ago, and they just got it back. They were scheduled to go down November 5th, move into it for the first time, and so that's a terrible hurricane situation. Sorry about that, folks. My heart goes out to everybody. So as far as hitting that subscribe or like button, if you do, wonderful. If you don't, I don't care. Just, if you do, you do. If you don't, okay, fine. I don't care. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting my little channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.